Good morning, students. Welcome to the virtual class of Gyaniketan Girls School. This is the continuation of the chapter Constitutional Design. In last video, we have seen the story of South Africa. We studied that how things evolved in South Africa. Earlier there were discrimination. People raised their voice against it and formed party and got independence from apartheid regime in which Nelson Mandela played a very important or vital role in getting independence. Now, after all these, constitution was formed by the blacks and white all together. So why do we need constitution? Why the constitution was formed? Why do we need it? What is the base of the constitution? See, from South Africa's story, a very clear conclusion could be taken out that there were mutual understanding seen between the whites and blacks. So in future they didn't face any problem, and if the constitution was drafted by only black, it would have been not accepted by the whites, or and white vice versa. They might have felt that they would be discriminated by the opposite. Now they sat together, the whites and blacks sat together and drafted constitutions showing the inclusive approach by including each and everyone in the constitution. Means all the people were included in constitution making process, and such a constitution should be framed which is approved by all, which gets approval of each and everyone in residing in the country. So all these approach were included, and a good constitution came out from South Africa. So, what is a constitution? In a very common term, we can say that it is a set of rules and regulation. For example, most of us are familiar with the game of cricket, and many of you might have played it too. So it is played according to certain rules and regulation. A batsman is given out by the umpire, and if he hits a ball in the air and the ball is caught by the fielder, and without touching and it also is caught without touching the surface, then he is declared as to be out. Now, controversy could arise when the batsmen feel that the ball actually touched the ground, and this decision has to be taken by umpire because it is the final and it is respected by all. And if it was not, so utter confusion and chaos would be seen in the cricket ground. Similarly, everything have certain rules and regulation, and when things are not done according to rules and regulation, it is considered right and work systematically. So when things are done in according to rules and regulation, it is considered as right and work is done systematically. So means anything that needs to be worked systematically needs rules and regulation, and it has to be followed. As the rules and regulations are followed here in the game of cricket, same is with the country. So means if a country is to be run, then there has to be certain rules and regulation which must be followed by each and everyone, either it is the citizen of India or the president of a country. So in the, if we define constitution, a constitution is a set of written rules that are accepted by all people in a country. So now what does a constitution do? What is the work of the constitution? There are certain things that constitution has to do. The very first thing is that it generates a degree of trust and coordination that is necessary for diverse group to live together, which means that, as we saw in case of South Africa, that there were whites and black, they didn't have mutual understanding, and since they had to live together, which means now each of them feared that having power the other might suppress and dominate. So due to which the trust were not being developed in both, and when they had constitution, the constitution was drafted in South Africa, they respected each other because it was formed by everyone's consult, each and everyone consult, and it was seen they were very much specified, the constitution specified each and everyone's power, due to which the black felt that the white would respect them now, and the white felt that the black would not dominate or suppress them. So this is how the constitution generates a kind of trust and coordination. Now the second thing is that it specifies how government is to be formed, who will have power to take decision. Here in the constitution, each and everything is defined, that how a government is to be formed. Like first, means there is procedure, each and every procedure written in the constitution, that first we will have election, then prime minister would be elected by the president, and after that council of minister will be elected, and so on. These processes are written in constitution, and without going through these procedures, no one could form their government. So this is how it specifies that how a government is to be constituted in a country. And who will have power means each and everyone's power is also given in the constitution, that what power will prime minister have, what power will the constitution of council of ministers will have. So everything is defined in the constitution. So it is said that the constitution specifies that how government is to be constituted and who will have to take decision. The next thing that the constitution does is that it lays limit on powers of government and contains right of citizen. Means we the citizen of a country have been given means the citizen of a country, of our country, have been given certain fundamental rights which could not be violated by anyone of the country, neither the citizen of the country nor the prime minister or president of the country. So the constitution lays the limit on the power of the government, because the government is the most powerful thing in a country who could violate the law. But it is very much specified in the constitution that if anyone violates the law, they will be punished and they will be considered as criminal. So this is the third thing that constitution does. The next thing that the constitution says, that it expresses the aspiration of people for creating a good society. Means the constitution says that how a society should be, that people should live in, what is the need and interest of the people, and that need and interest of the people is shown in the constitution. So it is said that it expresses the aspiration of people for creating a good society. So all these things are seen, all these things are taken by the constitution, done by the constitution, and it is very much clearly said that all countries having constitutions are not necessarily be democratic, but a country which is which have democracy need to have their constitution. So these are the works that constitution does, and this is why we need a constitution to run the country in a better way. So I hope the topic is clear to you now. The next topic we will cover in next class. For now, thank you and have a nice day.